Hello there! Today we are going to make a landscape. So let's see what do we have in our book. Wow! We see a wonderful landscape right in front of us. At first, let's take our pencil and scale and then start making this entire box. Yes, this is going to be the outline of the box. After that, let's start by making these trees. Let's make these cute bush-like structures for all of these trees. Do not worry if it looks a little different than what it is in the book. Go ahead and make these curved lines to complete all the trees. After that, let's start by making this bush which is right here. This looks interesting. We will make the bottom part and then we will start by making these stones over which we have another bush. Go very slow while making these zigzag lines for these bushes. And after that, let's make this and make leaves on top of this. Make sure all the leaves are of the same size. This looks very interesting. Now comes the fun part. Let's make this entire drawing in a perspective. We will make these bushes right here. And then we will also make this beautiful bridge connecting over this river. Make proper straight lines and then start by making the mountain. Overlap it with more bushes. This looks very interesting. This landscape is full of greenery. So why don't we do this together? After this, let's make 2 leaves in the river and then make lotuses on top of it. That's interesting. Once we are done with that, we will start painting this. Let's take a thin paintbrush which is approximately 2 or 4 number in size and then take the paint in our palette. We will start with a light green color. If we take 2 drops of paint, let's take 4 drops of water. Start by painting this nicely. We will try smudging this with another paintbrush. So let's take only water in this and start by coloring this nicely. This looks very interesting. We will also need a darker green color, hence let's take some dark green color as well and add some water to it. Let's do it in the center and then smudge it. Yes, with another paintbrush. This looks very interesting. We can also try taking olive green color now. just in case you don't have an olive green color, you can mix a little bit of brown in your light green and you will get olive green color. Start by doing the outline of your tree. Yes, with olive green, and then mix it with light green color. Go very slow while doing this. And then once you get a hang of it, you can do it for all the trees. And look at that! It looks very interesting, isn't it? Once we are done with that, we will add very little brown to our olive green color so that we can get a very dark green shade for the mountains. Go ahead by doing the outline and then painting right inside. This looks great. Let's do this bottom part now. And then merge it with olive green color. You can use different shades of green to paint the entire picture. Go very slow and try coloring only in one direction. Do these bushes slowly and nicely. And now let's take some yellow color. And then mix it with green color. It is going to give us a beautiful yellowish green shade. Let's use it for this portion. That's lovely. Let's do all these parts in a similar way. That's amazing. Be very careful while painting now, as there might be a few spaces which are still wet. You do not have to keep your hand completely on top of the drawing. You need to keep it a little away so that your hand doesn't smudge the color which is still wet. Go ahead and paint the bottom part with dark green color now. It is alright if your shades are a little different than the ones mentioned in the book. Let's do the other things in a similar way. That's amazing. We will take some dark green color now. And do this bush right here. If you notice, this bush and the stones look a little bigger. Do you know why? Yes, because they are closer to us and hence they look a little bigger as compared to the others in the background. Always remember, the things closer to us appear to be bigger and the things further away from us appear to be smaller. Let's give it a beautiful touch up like this now. Yes, with a darker shade of green. Now we are going to take brown color. Yes, let's do this a little on the mountain so that it looks a little darker. Let's smudge this together. This looks very interesting, isn't it? Complete this in a similar way. That's lovely. Now we will take beige color or ochre color and do it in the middle like this. Let's try and use almost the same color for the bark. You can also blend two colors together to get this color. Go very slow while doing this. Fill in all the intricate details with a very thin paintbrush. Now we will take a darker shade of brown and after that we will start painting the right hand side of this bigger bark. Go very slow while painting this. And then let's use a little bit of ochre color and take some more water and start smudging it together. This looks very interesting, isn't it? That looks lovely. Let's take some very light yellow and do it in the middle like this. That's amazing. Give a nice beautiful border of brown right here. And then we will take blue color and start by painting this part. Well, we are going to give it a wash. Do you know what that is? This means that if we take 1 drop of paint, we take 4 to 5 drops of water. This makes the entire paint very light and we can give it a beautiful wash like this. Let's do this slowly and nicely. Let the top part be blue and the bottom part of the sky be white. But we will make these curves in the middle to make sure that the top part has a lot of clouds. This looks very interesting. Color the bottom part in a similar way, only with water. And then let's take a thin brush and do this leaf with dark green color. Let's do this slowly and nicely. That's wonderful. We will now take red color and do the border of a bridge. That looks interesting. After this, we will take pink colored sketch pen and color it inside like this. Yes, you can use a sketch pen if you do not have a pink color. Now let's take some white color. And add a very tiny dot of black color in it. Do you know which color will we get? Yes, we will get grey color. Let's color the stones with grey color now. This looks brilliant, isn't it? Remember, once this is dried out, you need to take your black sketch pen and then start sketching this. Sketching can be a fun process, but you need to be very careful while sketching as you cannot make a mistake. Go ahead and sketch all of these parts with a black sketch pen. This looks very interesting. Also, let's make these beautiful lines inside our bark so that it looks realistic. This looks great. Let's also take a beige colored sketch pen and do it in the other bark. And then let's start sketching with the help of our black sketch pen. This looks amazing. For this lotus, we are going to use a very thin pen, which is also known as a micro tip pen. After this, let's take a blue colored sketch pen and then make these beautiful waves. Well, yes, we can use a dark blue color for this one as well. Let's color this inside like this. That's great. Complete making these beautiful waves. This looks lovely. Let's take our black sketch pen and make these birds now. Yes, they are flying high in the sky. This looks beautiful. Finally, once the entire drawing is done, we will give it a beautiful outline with the help of our black sketch pen and scale. And look at that, our drawing is ready.